Day 30, August 13, Tuesday. Annual report, more deaths than birds in Freeburg. Debbie's Cafe charged with health and safety violations. Red Cat rescues girl from rapist. Go to work. I'm too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? No. Start the day. Let's play Tower. Request everything from City Hall. Alright, fight at Desiree Park. Wong and Percy, you guys are going. Retired Manny Verge called in a report of a fight between a little girl's father and a dog lover whose Rottweiler had frightened the child. While the men were busy settling the matters, the dog was spotted running towards the amusement park. Alright, how'd it go? Thunder caught, officers unharmed, perfect. Lawful assembly at City Hall. Daniel Purdy, Austin Asano, Griffith. It seems City Hall is an unhappy target of a spontaneous demonstration. Some 20 people have gathered in protest against the increased garbage tax. The protesters are behaving peacefully but are demanding to speak with city officials. Robbery at City Center. Tiffany Lee, while visiting the local mall, encountered a hooded man who grabbed her expensive bag and bolted. She immediately called the police. Isn't the mall safe anymore? That man must still be in the building. Please hurry. Percy, Wong, Tsubaki, go. Lawful assembly, offenders caught, officers unharmed. Okay, the offender attempted to escape the mall, but guards blocked the door. He turned and fled inside, looking for another way out. Ran after him. The offender ran into the skating rink, then slipped and fell on the ice. As he struggled to regain his footing, he pulled a knife from his pocket. Used pepper spray. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Perfect. Counterfeiting at Desiree Park. Daniel Purdy, Austin Asano, Griffith. A woman put up a tent in the park and is inviting everybody to come and buy a new, highly profitable currency which will rise 10 times in value over the coming weeks. A long line has already formed and people are starting to push and curse at each other. Alright, Percy, Wong, Pochi, Tsubaki, and Yancy, you guys are back up. Sorry, bus stop. Unless people come back in time, I'm not sending anybody because I don't have enough people. Frank Conroy's wallet was stolen at the bus stop. He quickly knows it's lost and is hunting for the pickpocket with his friends. The groups blame everyone inside and the situation is quickly escalating. The matter may soon come to blows. Right, counterfeiting report. How'd it go? Undercover officers unharmed, loot, found money, sell it, launder it. Okay, they got back in time. Percy, Wong, Purdy. Go ahead. St. John's Hospital. Disorderly conduct. Daniel? A man came to the hospital with a very large dog. The dog was on a leash and wearing its muzzle, but it was growling and jumping on the other patients. The duty nurse warned the man that it was against hospital policy to bring animals into the building, but the man just snarled at her and refused to listen. Oh, music's done. Let's play Snag It. Mass riot. Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need everybody to come back before I can send anybody there. That's right at the core monument. Approximately 100 people have gathered in the park to protest the construction of a new casino near the cemetery. Soon after, a group of pickup trucks pulled up and several strongmen found out. Without saying a word, they began to fight with the demonstrators. Yeah, that's we're waiting. Offender caught, officers unarmed, civilians unarmed. Disorderly conduct report. Daniel caught the offender. Right, SWAT and paddy wagon and everybody that is currently available. I might have to let assault at the Live Good mini market pass, because yeah, I don't have a partner for you to go with. A young DJ upon exiting his store ran into a strange looking man wearing a black and red robe. First, the man knocked his energy drink from the DJ's hand, then told him of the merits of drinking human blood. His demeanor became threatening, and he demanded money for protection from the forces of darkness. A fight between the two men erupted, during which the DJ suffered several bites. The attacker then began to accost other passers-by, including a frightened group of teenagers, and then sunk his teeth into the shoulder of an elderly woman. Weird. The fight is in full swing and some of the combatants are carrying weapons. Surround the park and order everyone to calm down. Offender caught, officers unarmed, civilians unharmed. Perfect. Yeah, that escaped. Hit and run. Let's see here. Yep, Henderson, Mafia Lieutenant Sam family. Gonna wait for people to come back. We will send SWAT and Flores and Yancy. Henderson is very dedicated to his family, so he's in the country houses. Offender caught. Perfect. You're able to arrest all suspects. Yep, end of day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shift B is the one that looks a little worse, I think. Yeah. Okay, end of day.
According to Mrs. Markham, I was supposed to spend all day thinking up the right words. But to my surprise, I did my best work when I shut my head off. I didn't even want to think why Laura decided we'd meet at 3 o'clock in the morning, and in a restaurant we'd never gone to. I didn't know what to tell her, and something tells me she's no more ready for this meeting than I am. By nightfall, I finally stopped worrying. The right words would come when they were needed. And if they don't come at all, then so be it. I've heard said, when you're knocked out by a single blow, you don't have time to feel any pain. Well, that's a lie. It's painful as hell. Every day I spent in that coma, the pain was unbearable.
Oh, okay. Oh, we moved on to the general store, okay. Am I supposed to shoot anybody? I mean, I, I, oh, okay, I win 500. Okay. Day 55, September 7th, Saturday. Day 56, September 8th,
Yeah,
Sunday.
I heard about that already. But what if they decide to spill it to the papers? We need to start thinking now about covering our asses. I know people who can deal with this, but they'll need at least a week. Plus, if we want to...
Lieutenant Stat, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have Jack Boyd on the line.
Who?
Jack Boyd, sir. He's calling from the hospital.
Gibson, I'll call you back. Don't do anything without my team. Jack, well, wow. I didn't know you were awake. Doctor said you could be in that coma for months, even years. How are you feeling?
Tell me who's in control, Martin.
I don't think I follow you.
For God's sake, Martin, tell me it's you running the department and not some stooge from the mayor's office.
Yes, Jack. I am performing the duties of the police chief, but the new man's coming on Saturday, Kevin Paulson.
Kevin Paulson?
Yes, it's the guy from
I know who Kevin Paulson is. Now listen carefully, Martin. I'm coming back to work. I'm Freeburg's police chief, and it's gonna stay that way for another 4 months. Now you get on the phone and do whatever needs to be done. You run into any problems, threaten them with the media, court, or blackmail. But I don't think they'll give you any trouble. The mayor knows it's easier to just wait until the winter than deal with a scandal. Oh, and assemble a press conference.
Listen, Jack, I know the truth is on your side, but you have to take into account...
Martin, how long since you transferred to my department?
Coming up on 5 years now.
How many times in the last 5 years have you come to my birthday party? How many times have you come to the farm when I had the boys over?
Never had the pleasure, but...
Never. Because you couldn't care less. And I don't care for you either, Stat. It wasn't me who appointed you deputy, and you wouldn't have been my first choice. But if you do ever come over to my house, you won't miss the big hole in my backyard. Garbage pit. You know, for old rubbish. A smelly hole filled with rotten furniture and other crap. So, Stat, if I even for a moment doubt your devotion, you'll go straight into that pile of trash. Maybe you'll get to catch up with some old friends. You remember Kendrick, don't you?
I'll schedule the press conference for tomorrow, all right, Jack?
The day after tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going shopping.
Day 57, September 9, Monday. Now you have a new car. We hope it will help you fulfill all your secret dreams. Now you have new clothes. We hope they'll make you feel younger. Now you have a new hairstyle. We expect that this luxurious head of hair will easily convince everyone that you are a king among men. You now have a new attitude. From now on, you are a true warrior, one who will not suffer the idiots who stand in his way. You are independent and self-confident. One last detail is missing. Fashionable sunglasses. They'll give a final touch to your new image, the image of the peerless tiger. I mean, this woman, good morning. How can I help you? Excuse me. I think you know exactly what I want. Let's go with these ones. These glasses make it clear that a lot depends on the decisions you make. Yet, now you have new fashionable sunglasses. May these transform not only your appearance but how you feel. Robert Crane.
No, that would be too much.
Day 58, September 10, Tuesday.
Wow, Jack, what's with the outfit? You planning on...
The pit in the backyard, Martin. Always remember about the pit in the backyard.
Don't talk to anyone before the press conference starts. I'll try to get you on stage quickly. Kevin Paulson is here. He wanted to...
Jack! I hardly recognize you. That's quite an image for a man like you. An old dog with a new trick, right? We should see each other more often. How long has it been?
Last time I saw you, I fired you, Kevin.
Ha! You mean the day I resigned in protest over the corruption and lawlessness at your police department, right?
Yeah, repeat that shit often enough, someday you might start believing it.
You know, Jack, I'm glad that everything turned out so well. Unlike you, I've made good use of the past 7 years. My new construction company keeps getting jobs from the city, and we're doing really well. I have a new house, new hobbies, even a new wife. Maybe you've met her, Shelley Rogers.
Oh, Shelley Rogers. So you really are in bed with the mayor.
It's a dream come true. All my dreams have come true. Only one thing remains. To bring order to the Freeburg Police Department.
You being serious, Kevin?
I'm serious as ever, Jack. I'm the most serious man you know.
It's not often you see the past and the future Freeburg police chiefs at the same press conference. I hope you have time to talk, Kevin. There's something we need to discuss. Jack, the reporters are waiting for you.
My retirement plan somehow just got turned into a circus. Fortunately, I'm pretty good at swallowing swords and jumping through burning hoops. They all seem to like it.
Good morning. Mr. Boyd, is that a new hairstyle? Yes. Feel like a different person, so I figured I'd look like one too. Do you know the person who attacked you? I just need time. I don't remember much about that night, but my doctor says my memory might return. City Hall has yet to give a definitive answer as to whether you'll be returned to your post. Do you believe Rogers will decide in your favor? Of course. And Freeburg's chief of police, whether he likes it or not. Do you think what happened to you somehow affected you? We'll see. So I guess let's wait a bit and find out. Thank you. Day 59, September 11, Wednesday. Jack Boyd recovers from head injury. Jack Boyd unable to name attackers. Police chief awakens from coma. Go to work. I'm too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? No. I'm too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Yes. I'm too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? No. I'm too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? No. I'm too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? No. I'm too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? No. Okay, was I gonna give it to Shift A? I have no idea. I do not remember. Well, let's just give it to Shift A. McNally, you're promoted. Start the day. Oh, look at that. Careless love. Henry Sand turned out to be a member of a gang known as Sands. He could help you take down the gang if you became an informant. Of course I'll accept it. Jack, now that you've started looking into members of the mafia, you have to be careful. If they find out about this, you're dead. The worse your relationship with the mafia, the more likely they'll start to suspect something is wrong. Sure. Interrogate him. Henry Sand, male, age 50, medical examination. He was born with a defective heart valve. His doctors have urged him to avoid any sort of strong physical exertion. Additional information. Henry Sand wanted to be a football player and was doing well on the school team, but a weak heart prevented him from playing football on a professional level. Sports taught Henry how to endure physical pain. He never cared much for his studies, but family connections got him into college, and it was there that he met his future wife. They had a daughter, Mary Ann, and Henry started working for the Sands parking garage. One day he fell asleep at the wheel and flew off the road into the river and nearly drowned his wife and daughter. From the severe stress of this experience, he developed aquaphobia. At 41, Henry Sand was initiated into the family business and started managing the transportation side of the Sand Mafia organization. His daughter is a successful ballerina, and Henry likes to talk about her talent. When he was 49 years old, he suffered a heart attack and was briefly declared clinically dead. He now wears a pacemaker in his chest. Henry Sand's medical bills have driven him into debt. He always thought the family wasn't paying him enough, but unlike some people he could name, he never goes behind the boss's back or skims off the top. Alright. Henry Sand, I saw your daughter at the premiere of Giselle. She was gorgeous. Yes, my wife and I are very proud of Marianne. Henry, think about your family. What will happen if you go to jail for avenging your daughter? Who will pay for her medical bills? Oh, remind me, those doctors are worse than vampires. I know some people in your organization are skimming money off the top. You hear any stories about that? Well, I did hear one story. I hereby swear that George Sand stole some antique guns and pocketed the money that the Sand family allocated for their purchase. Okay, let's investigate George Sand. Case is in charge, everybody will go with him. George Sand has stolen some weapons from the station warehouse. These are rare weapons from the Second World War, which authorities of Freeburg would rather see in a museum. Theft at the Freeburg Central Railway Station. Sand. Jack, while you were in the hospital, a hunt was declared on all cops. It's like all the criminals in the city suddenly went savage. The coroner, officers one by one, and beating them to death. The boys have started refusing to ride out on calls alone. The situation is real bad, even two will refuse to go. Okay, my raise. Detective slot. SWAT upgrade to 100% efficiency. One more police officer. Mafia sheriff, vandalism at the city center. A passerby saw 3 teenagers setting fire to a parked car. According to an eyewitness, you can still catch them. They're just walking down the street, not even in a hurry. Okay. Dixon, Birch Jr., Syndrome. Go. Let's see. One more detective for Shift B. And then officers, one more officer for Shift A. Yeah. Oh. Well then, let's hire you for Shift B. And then ask for everything from City Hall. Drug sales investigation at King Louis nightclub. Club patrons found a man lying unconscious in the bathroom due to an apparent drug overdose. Okay, well, all of our investigators are currently busy, so we'll wait a hot minute. Vandalism report. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Theft. Investigation started. George Sand is a lieutenant in the Sand Mafia family. He manages the flow of arms. He buys the guns and sometimes steals them and isn't about pocketing the boss's money. George Sand has a bad back, so he usually works with a strong-arm accomplice, which makes him even harder to take down. The warehouse isn't under guard. The door is closed with a padlock. The padlock on the door was broken with a pry bar. The rear rifles with bayonets, which hadn't even been used during World War II, were on the second floor of the warehouse. The rifles were packed in long-gun boxes. The boxes were transferred to a truck with no plates, covered with a tarp, and moved out. The man behind the wheel was George Sand. Alright, let's assign everybody to it. Okay, everybody but Kuzma. Yeah, and then Kuzma. We'll send you to this one, to the drug sales at King Louis nightclub.
911 in progress.
Theft at Everyday Mall. Security guard noticed a suspicious group of teenagers hiding hiding things under their jackets as they walked past the checkout. When he asked them to stop, the teenagers scattered in all directions, then ran out of the store into the parking lot. The guard called the police and says they couldn't have gotten far. Yeah, you ran, Silken Vandal. Go ahead. Okay, Old Mirkbo Reach. Bob Bernard and friends. Yeah, let's play you. A reckless endangerment at the ghetto. An unidentified woman says that a strange surgeon is operating without a license from the basement of her house. He hardly looks like a real doctor. He's old, maybe senile, and always seems drunk. Okay. Cook, Dixon, Birch, and Cintron. Go. Drug sales. Jim Spades, bartender, saw a little fella in a white jacket. He ordered a cherry juice, drank at the bar, and then went to the bathroom with some bearded guy. I thought they were just up for a little tickle. You see a lot of that these days, but when the other folks found the bearded guy with his nose in the toilet, I knew the guy in the jacket was up to no good. Club patrons found a man lying unconscious in the bathroom due to an apparent drug overdose. Okay, doctor. The man suffered a heart attack brought on by cocaine use. He lost consciousness, fell down, and hit his head. The man was rushed to intensive care. His condition is serious but stable. One of the boots hit a broken toilet, and on the floor beneath was an empty cocaine bag sitting in a pool of blood. Lee Gilliam, bum. I saw a kid in a silly white jacket running out of the club, ran like the devils were after him. Wish I had some of whatever he was on. Jennifer Gross, club patron. I was doing my eyes at the bathroom mirror when I heard a terrible roar on the other side of the wall. Me and my friend went to see what was happening and found a drug addict lying on the floor. Of course, we called an ambulance, but it might be better if he didn't make it. The smelly druggies only stink up the air of our beautiful planet. Jeez, bro. How did that go? Offender caught, officers unharmed. Good, good, good. Rape in Chinatown dormitory. A student couldn't get into his room. It was locked from the inside, and he heard muffled cries coming from within. It sounded like someone was raping my girlfriend. No. That sounds fake. In a dirty basement, a teetering old man is digging around inside the young man's ripped open stomach. Or ordered the old man to move slowly away from the patient. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. So you give me no. Hold on a second. I'm at shift A right now. 1, 2. Okay, we could send people to a barbecue. Alright. Yeah, let's do a barbecue. Let's send Cintron, Birch Jr. and McNamara to a barbecue. Actually, no. Let's send Dixon to a barbecue. Rape report. The girlfriend was just having a special moment with her new boyfriend. Exactly. I knew it. Homicide at St. John's Hospital. A nurse reports that she saw an elderly woman cut off her husband's life support system after a car accident left him in a coma for months. I know this case was hopeless, but still murder, the great sin of all. According to the nurse, the woman has blocked off the entrance to the ward. Yeah, okay. Cintron, Birch Jr. Go. Assault with an offensive weapon. Road. A trucker just called in. He says a van stopped on the side of the road, and 3 large men got out with shovels. Then someone fell to the ground out of the back of the van. I think they had his hands tied up. They hit him in the head with one of the shovels and led him into the woods. Vandal, Robbins, Silk, Grant, Dixon, Cook, and McNally. Go with SWAT. Homicide report. Fender caught, officers unharmed. Good. Oh, let's play another song. Blues for Mr. T. Van is empty, but the engine's still warm. The area is silent and dark. Wait in ambush near the van. Fender called, officers unarmed, civilian unharmed. Sarge's jewelry store armed robbery. An eyewitness reports that 5 armed men burst into a jewelry store. A series of gunshots followed, then after a few minutes later, girl staggered out of the store. Bleeding from the stomach, she fell to the pavement unconscious. Okay. Come on. Oh, okay. Then I can make it. Right now, more pressure in your central. Go. Drug sales report. Okay, so hang out, sell drug, theft. We did that. Put that like that, probably. Backup. Vandal, Robbins, Grant, and Silk. You are the backup. Armed robbery report. How'd it go? Fender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Perfect. Found jewelry. Mafia said it in the day. Alright. Nice. We sent 3 out of the 5 people that are really tired to cover works. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna ask anybody to show up to work.
Impressive recovery, Mr. Boyd. I'm still not happy about how soon you're back to work. Well, not happy as your doctor. As a resident of Freeburg, I'm immensely grateful for it.
Really?
Just don't tell anyone, or they'll pull my license.
Well, thank you again for coming to see me at night.
Oh, well, whatever you need, Mr. Boyd. Any doctor in this town would come running any hour, day or night, you can believe me. You're not suffering from headaches. It says here that you are taking painkillers after a back injury. But the prescribed dose is enough to...
Dr. Kraczynski, you trust me?
And, sorry?
Do you trust me?
In what way, Mr. Boyd?
You think I'm an honest and reasonable man, Doctor?
You're joking, Mr. Boyd. Thanks to you, my wife finally agreed to buy a house here, and we've decided to have children. Thanks to you, I'm not afraid to visit my patients at night. I think you are the most honest and reasonable person in the city, Mr. Boyd.
Great. You see, Dr. Kraczynski, I'm an addict.
Mr. Boyd, is...
Well, not a drug addict in the way you might imagine. I'm not some weak-willed junkie. Sometimes I stay clean so long that the tablets stay locked in the barn so long they go past the expiration date. But there are less pleasant stories.
You know what? Let's...
I once took a whole bottle right there in the barn. Passed out in my own vomit. I almost choked. I fought the convulsions, somehow managed to break 4 ribs. For 2 weeks, my chest was so sore I wanted to die. But for those 2 weeks, I kept swallowing pills. Couldn't stop.
If you want, I could...
I once took a dose right before a party at home. My wife Laura had some old friends over from college. I didn't take that many, maybe 5 or 6 pills, but it felt like I'd taken a few hundred. I passed out while I was carrying a tray of drinks. On the way down, I knocked over a set of Laura's scented candles. The house almost burned down. The repairs took a good chunk from our savings.
Mr. Boyd, if you'll allow me, I'd just...
As you can see, Doctor, I'm well aware of the seriousness of the situation and the possible consequences. But sometimes I need the pills. I don't use the word lightly. Sometimes I've got to work on cases with more energy than I've got. I can't do it without 'em. And I know you want me doing my job. So tomorrow I want you to come here and bring me some tablets. Lots of tablets. 10 bottles. No, better 15. Yeah, 15 bottles. The next 3 months are going to be extremely difficult, Doc.
I would like to discuss your...
You'll bring the pills, Doctor?
Yes, Mr. Boyd. Yes.
Very good. Look, I don't want to trouble you any further. I bet your family doesn't like you running away with me at night. I'd bet they'd rather I was still in that coma.